Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina would appear to be a far cry from the classics, but Chaucer would be very proud of the fight that his Chanticleers will bring to the Teal. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Chanticleers offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Evanson. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Looking to throw. It's Hudson. Ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. Lean for the wire, touchdown.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the give off the left side. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs. After run, now throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. Looking downfield, it's Hudson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Coming after him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Oh, he got loose. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Leaves it with the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. This is a design run, and they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Got it, looking for a first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
He'll set up to throw. He got it. And it's in there for a touchdown.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you got to be excited about what you're seeing from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They'll line up for a second down play. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They got last play at 2nd and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Chanticleers are flying down the field. Pulls it and fires to the left. They get him down after he makes the catch. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in inside the 10. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Back to throw, it's Hudson. Got his man quickly. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the sack all the way back at the 5. And the Chanticleers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. He's in for the touchdown.
And I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season. On point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set, get set.
They'll run the counter. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
And they're able to get him down. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Dropping back, it's Hudson. Works the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Working the middle, it's complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He's going to pass. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Grabbed on the outside, it's Evanson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Finds the tight end. The shot that clears will punt it away on 4th down. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Takes it on the return. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point was good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And guys with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? Wide receiver shows motion. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. Third and short, I still got...
And he bangs his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Hudson. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope, steps out of bounds.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Evanson. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Get set. Get set.
Back to throw, it's Hudson. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished justly.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more.
Got it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man out of the backfield. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for an open man on second down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Tuggle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to...
Here again. Remember me.
Chanticleers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete! They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here he
Like
comes
it once
from inside
live,
his own
you're
5.
dominating them.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Got some players.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4.
29 Philly.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Softened them up with a run. Now to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On the option. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They'll try to pick up the first. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
After converting that fourth down with the run, that opens up the playbook here on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Hand off from the shotgun. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk football, keep running the clock.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
Moves.
They'll
Line
try
is
the run.
actually blocking.
Runs through a tackle. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer. Honey toddy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a team from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today.
Remember me. Welcome back. Let that one slide. We're dominating them. Got some players. Line is actually blocking.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws. The whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give on the inside. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
To the ground to try to move the chain. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
He's right on target. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. Now the play fake. They're working that left side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Ole Miss offense will take the field for the first time. Ready to fire from the pistol. Quick handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. To the air, it's Maddox. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught behind the line. It's White. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Rebels send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Now on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. To the ground with the back. And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Power football with the run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The pitch. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And they're in for a touchdown.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget. So find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football and let them go to work.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air. It's Maddox. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. The defense denying him the first down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both.
He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Going up top on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Out of the gun, they give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Wants to throw on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. To throw, it's Maddox. Completes it in the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. Third down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
One more snap coming before halftime. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Looking for a deep man. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Oxford today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good night.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special.
Again.
Some energy, but it's
Remember me.
this offense here.
Welcome back. Let it one slide. You're dominating them. Got some players. Line is actually blocking.
Understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in back.
The Rebels want to crank the tempo. From the gun, running back gets to give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Well, the offense is trying to get it done on the ground there on third down, but they just can't seem to make it work because of how physical the defense has been, guys. It's made this offense very one-dimensional. I mean, the only way it seems they can move the football is when they try to...
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a
as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a yard run at you, trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job with ball security.
To the air, it's Maddox. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. But then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle. They're up 14 over Texas State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the right. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll go to the counter play. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
Tackle is made after the first down.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They make the stop of the 19 after a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. They're trying to get to him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Determined run, but he's stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat.
Oh, afterburners coming. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, he's open. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Offense lining up quickly. Looking for a man. It's Maddox. Looking left. He caught it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rebels! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 1st down ends this football game.
1st down here with time for maybe 1 more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. The give from the gun. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 45. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Lofted toward the sideline. Intercepted.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They go to the ground. Keeps the legs moving.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Give to the running back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously,
I'm here again. Remember me? Welcome back. Let that one slide, you're dominating them. Got some players. Line is actually blocking.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. And the Mountaineers will put total leather to crank us up. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Hands it off. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. Looks as if he's going to run it. Breaks the tackle. And he breaks into the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow them down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play-action, because they did not bite on the play-action fake at all.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass
Remember
rush going.
me.
Everybody in the back end
Welcome back.
expecting throw.
Let
That's
that
how you
one
force
slide,
incompletions,
you're
force
dominating
incompletions.
them.
And the
Got some
coverage team
players.
surrounding the ball.
Line is
No
actually
chance for the
blocking.
return man to get in there on that one. So the App State Mountaineers offense will have its first possession of the game. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Now they'll run the draw. Oh, it's out! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Going with the counter play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. With a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Escapes trouble. Goes down at the 17.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Got a man. It's Hart. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying play action. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to pick up a 1st down. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Nifty little dance step.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. At the 35, he's loose. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Mountaineers want to move quickly.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When we talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, what a good job by the pass rush, getting to the QB and putting a lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Wilson to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The #1 rule for any offense, gentlemen, protect your quarterback. When you do, good things happen.
And the #1 rule for a defense is to affect the quarterback, or bad things happen to you. Didn't affect the quarterback. Too much time, too clean. You're supposed to frazzle them. You're supposed to find a way to make them feel uncomfortable so they don't have time, so they rush their thought process. That wasn't it.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the middle. He's got it. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Charlottesville. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to move it through the air. They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Wilson will throw. He looks that one in nicely. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's short. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Leaves it with the back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wilson to pass. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the left. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Leaves it with the back. Got room at the 35. Hit the afterburners, kid. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Here's the handoff. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And now on second down for this offense. Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Reads it, fires complete. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. Wilson will throw. Going deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, App State. And with jump on top here in the second half. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Here he comes with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a crease to the left. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Quick strike complete. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes.
I'm here again. Remember me. Welcome back. Let that one slide. We're dominating them. Got some players. Brian is actually blocking.
He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and the ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Smashes through. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? You just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
That's something as a defense you got to be prepared for. In a 2-minute situation like this, you know they're going to try to throw the football to the sidelines and get guys out of bounds. So you got to have outside leverage, or you need zone defense to help out and try to bracket guys on these outbreaking routes.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Into the end zone and caught. They have the lead with the touchdown.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. Dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch. Take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And here's the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you've put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
Wilson to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Got the lead in the final minute.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it and get that clock running. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Army's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Zings it complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run the option. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. They'll go to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. And the Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He finds his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Nice job by the pass rush. They know if they can get to this QB, they can hit him and force these incompletions.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Barrels ahead. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He's loose at the 15. Running through contact. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on second down.
3:25.
Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
The offense really needed some points to dig themselves out of this hole right before the half. What did they do? They turned it over. The worst thing they could do, now they dug themselves in even bigger.
On the ground with the counter. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Leaves it with the running back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Nothing the receiver could have done on that play, guys. You're not expecting the ball to be thrown behind you like that, especially in the quick game.
42 Spider.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. The receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Second and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Going up top. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
The incompletion brings up a second down.
Denver. 29 Philly. 2-9 Riley.
He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Running for it on fourth down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10.
Lasso.
He's going to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now this offense is back on the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going to the run to start this second half. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Pulls and fires complete to the right. The ball squirts free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance to... Everywhere, it's a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. At the 40, there he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I love the decision to keep the football on the option right there. That reminds me of Ahmad Bradshaw, who recently at Army, member, led him to a 10-win season, set a single-season record with over 1,700 rushing yards. Did it from the quarterback position because he made good decisions, knew when to keep the football, was keying and had his eyes where they needed to be. That's exactly what this guy just showed you on that last play.
Here comes the offense on second down. Goes to the option. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 5 and a first down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Going for it all. Into the house. Touchdown, Black Knights! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 2nd down coming up. From the gun, the running back has it. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. Going up top on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse
here again. Remember me. Welcome back. Let that one slide. You're dominating them. Got some players. Line is actually blocking.
He leaves it with his back. And the ball's loose. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. First down to start the drive after the break. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. And they just got to make more plays.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I'm here again.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Let that one slide. You're dominating them. Got some players. Line is actually blocking.
He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than's blocked, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Wants to throw on first down. They're bringing heat. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
We're late in the game now. You've got the lead. You want to run the football. If you can generate a few first downs running the ball now, you can take these seconds and bleed them right off the clock.
Slams into the end zone for a touchdown. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah.
And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. On target to the left. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Wide receiver shows motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spot...
Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll run it to the right side. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1. You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Bringing it out. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took it. Trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds a tight end down the gut. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. A new set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Power football with the run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Coming after him. Gets it to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Guys, it's Temple with the lead here at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He'll do it himself. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Grab near the marker. It's Stewart. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Gives it to the back on the draw. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Temple lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Sticks it in his belly. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on 3rd down. What a weapon.
He wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Line getting set on second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot. He caught it. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. He's looking to pass. They're trying to get to him. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. A timeout is called.
I'm here again. Remember me. Welcome back. Let that one slide. We're dominating them. But some players. Line is actually blocking.
It's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone... Temple lining up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking deep. Threads it inside the 10. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself.
I'm here again. Remember me. Welcome back. Let that one slide. We're dominating them. Got some players. Line is actually blocking.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Well, the quarterback's got to do a better job with the clock going off of his head, guys. I mean, he had all day to throw that. He could have worked through his progressions twice. But because he held it too long, he got hit, and that forced the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. He's got him and they convert. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the big fella. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Temple lines up quickly. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to get to him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Quickly complete. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch, called for and made. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He's looking to throw it. Ball in the air, intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Owls.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense.
Oh, and they blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. He's at the 50. At the 30. The 20. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Feeling some heat. Might be looking to run. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Off he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Owls. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Offense working from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary?
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. He's going to pass. Working that left side now. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming.
And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he puts through the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. Now adjusting. Keeps the play going. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Temple lines up quickly.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He wants to throw. Floats it out in space. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to move the stick. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. He's back to throw on second down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Penny. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the catch. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You have to have better awareness. You're down here in the end zone. You're on the outside of the field. You got to put your body in a position where you can make that catch, but still keep a foot in bounds, and not able to come up with that one.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Owls!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Give to the running back. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll give it to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down.
Here we go.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I'm here again. Remember me? Welcome back. Let that one slide, you're dominating them. Got some players. Line is actually blocking.